Hello everyone, welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I'm Anuradha and I'm the English tutor from SSB Crack Exams. So in this session, I'm going to give you the answers and their explanations for CDS 1 2020 English question paper. And the questions are from the section Comprehension. And the questions that I'm going to cover will be ranging from number 1 to 10 as per the set A that I am following. So I'm going to follow the set A of the CDS 1 2020 English question paper. So the questions from comprehension section will be question number 1 to 10, right? So as you know, CDS or Combined Defense Services is a defense competitive examination which is conducted by UPSC twice a year for defense aspirants. So this year, CDS 1 2020 examination took place on 2nd February 2020 and English constituted one of the most important sections in it. So we at SSB Crack Exams aim to provide a one-stop solution to the aspirants preparing for not only CDS but also other defense competitive examinations like NDA, AFCAT, also CDS, OTA, Territorial Army, INET and others. So you can take a look at the courses provided by us and buy them by visiting our website www.ssbcrackexams.com, and you can also, for added discounts and limited offers, use code WARRIOR10 and you can get an extra 10% discount on all the courses. And you could also follow us on our YouTube channel SSB Crack Exams, our Instagram page by the same name, and our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. Not only that, you can also download our mobile app from the Google Play Store by just typing SSB Crack Exams in the search box. So let's not take much of your time and let's come quickly to the CDS 1 2020 English comprehension questions that we are going to solve today. So before we start solving the question, it's important for you always that you read the directions first. So let's read the directions. In this section, you have a few short passages. After each passage, you will find some items based on the passage. First, read a passage and answer the items based on it. You are required to select your answers based on the contents of the passage and opinion of the author only. Now, always remember that the questions that you are answering to after reading the passage should not contain any of your own opinions or comments, but should be exclusively depending on the comments of the author's viewpoints and perspectives as per the passage, right? But there's a shortcut trip that we would like to follow here because, in CDS exam, time management is quite a problem and we will not go through the passages. So you can see here passage 1. So we will not go thoroughly through the passage first. What we will do is that we will do a reverse solution procedure, and that is we will read the questions first and then we will try to find the passage with the same keywords that we find in the question. So let me give you an example. So let's start with question number 1 here from passage 1. Which one of the following statements is true according to the author? So read the answer options very, very carefully. Read all of them, do not skip. Agriculture has always been part of all civilizations. Not all civilizations have undergone the processes of agriculture. Agriculture gave birth to new civilizations. Communities discontinued agriculture to become civilizations. So let's find out which of these statements is true. For that, we need to go back to the passage and read the sentences. Not all agricultural societies become civilizations. But no civilization can become one without passing through the stage of agriculture. Now note this sentence. No civilization can become one. That means no civilization can become a civilization without passing through, without going through the stage of agriculture. That means agriculture is an indispensable part of becoming a civilization, of or for a society for becoming a civilization. So what do you think will be the right answer here? Here it will be option A. Agriculture has always been part of all civilizations, right? So your answer therefore here will be option A. Okay. Now we come to the next question. A significant number of people were sent to carry out other work from agriculture because there were insufficient agricultural products. People were needed to build monuments, weapons, jewelry, etc. There were sufficient agricultural products, or this enabled the development of civilizations. Now what the question is asking here is about a significant number of people sent to carry out other work from agriculture. That means those who were not participating in the agriculture. So let's find out in the passage about that particular thing. So read here. This is because at some stage in the development of agriculture, as productivity improves, not all people would need to be engaged in producing or procuring food. A significant number of people could be freed up to pursue other activities such as building walls or monuments for new cities, making new tools, weapons and jewelry, and so on. Okay, so what does it show us then? It shows that because the productivity has improved and it is not needed now for the people in large numbers to participate in agriculture, therefore now it can be allowed, it can be said that some people needed to be sent out to do certain other kinds of work other than agriculture, right? So let's come back to the question and let's see what is the right answer. There were insufficient agricultural products. No, if it would have been insufficient, they would not have sent. People were needed to build monuments, weapons, jewelry. Nowhere it is mentioned that there was a need for these things and so the people were sent. But there were sufficient agriculture products. This is mentioned. Why? Because it says that as the productivity improves, so that means the agriculture products were sufficient enough so that not a large number of people can participate or was necessary to, participate in the agricultural produce. So therefore your answer here is option C. Okay. Next question. What kind of agriculture-based societies would emerge as civilizations? Societies which achieved high productivity in agriculture had the opportunity to find time for other work. Societies which depended on agriculture completely moved to other fruitful work so as to move to many places. Societies which transitioned from one stage of agriculture to another, or societies which could not do agriculture for lack of resources moved to other work. So what kind of agriculture-based societies emerged as civilizations? Let's find out. So here we have, this can happen only, of course, that means this here means improving the productivity of agriculture. This can happen, of course, only if a society that has transitioned to high productivity agriculture has also at some stage in its evolution found a way to channel the bonanza of free time into other work fruitfully. That means the societies which achieved high productivity in agriculture had the opportunity to find time for other work. Only those agriculture-based societies emerged as civilizations. That is what is said. So here your answer is option A, right? Next question. People as groups were convinced to do new work through reward, force and community persuasions, ideologies, hierarchies and power structures, excessive agricultural products or very high rewards. So let's find out. In the ancient world, this often involved creating new ideologies and new hierarchies or power structures to recourse, that means to force or otherwise convince large groups of people to devote their time to the new tasks for very little reward. So there was no reward at all. There were ideologies, hierarchies and power structures, right? So your answer is option B here. So coming to the next question. Which word in the passage means changeover? This is very easy. Changeover, a kind of transition. Channel, course, hierarchies. Course means force. Hierarchies is power divisions, okay, going from lower to higher or vice versa. And channel is a kind of, guiding through a right direction. No, the right word is transition, a kind of changeover, transformation. So your answer here is option A. Okay, this was a general kind of a question. Now we will come to passage 2 and we will not read the passage at first as usual. This is a shortcut, so we will go straight to the question here. According to the author, which one of the following statements is not true? That means which is false. So you have to find out the false statement. Alright. So you have to eliminate the true statements actually. So first read the statements. Readers' preconceptions influence their reading. Readers have expectations when they read an article or a book. Readers look for specific information in any of their readings. Or readers assume that everything they read will have new information. So let's find out which one is false. When we pick up a newspaper, a book or an article, we come to our task with certain preconceptions and predispositions. We expect to find a specific piece of information or be presented with an argument or an analysis of something, say the likelihood of recession in the next 6 months or the reasons why children can't read. We probably know a little about the book or article we are reading even before we start. There was, after all, some reason why we chose to read one piece of writing rather than another. Okay, so what do you think? Which statement do you think is false? This is not false because readers do have a certain kind of preconception which influence their reading. So you can eliminate this option. Readers have expectations when they read an article or a book. Same here, this is true. So eliminate this option. Readers look for specific information in any of their readings. True too. So eliminate this and we are left with only option D, which says readers assume that everything they read will have new information. Now nowhere in the passage is it mentioned this. So therefore, we have to write our answer as option D because this is a false statement. Okay, others are true because they are mentioned. Coming to the next question, our expectations and predispositions may however blind us because we may not get the actual ideas of the author. We will get the actual ideas of the author. We may disagree with the author or we will agree with all the ideas of the author. So let's find out what our expectations and predispositions blind us. Why? Let's find it out. Here it is. Our expectations and predispositions may, however, blind us to what the article and its author is actually saying. So this is the main statement. So the answer here is that we may not get the actual ideas of the author. Okay. So your answer is option A here. Next question. One of the ways to improve our reading habits is to break the routine by changing the time of reading, change the types of topics we read, break the routine of reading the same newspaper, stop reading for some time and then restart reading. So let's see what the author says here of one of the ways how we can improve our reading habits. So let's go back to the passage and find out. See, in order to reflect on our reading habits and improve our skills, we need to break out of this routine. Now, what routine is the author talking of? Let's find out. We will read the previous sentence. Day after day in a routine pattern of life. So here this is a routine that the author is talking of. We expose ourselves to the same newspaper, same magazine, even books by authors with the same perspectives. So what the author is trying to say is to break out of this routine of, reading the monotonous same newspaper monotonously, same author, same book. So we need to come out of this and improve our reading habits. So the answer here is not changing the time of reading or changing the topics or stop reading for some time and then restart. We have to break the routine of reading the same paper, the monotonous routine. Okay, so the answer here is option C. Next question. Which quality does the author here advocate to be a good reader? Being objective to the ideas of the author, having preconceptions and predispositions, having continuous routines, disagreeing with the author. Now, if you read the passage, if you go through the passage quickly, scan it, then you need to find out the opinion of the author. Who does the author says is a good reader? Who is having preconceptions and predispositions? No. Why? Because when we are having preconceptions or predispositions, then our preferences, prejudices, biases will influence the reading. So that is not acceptable for a good reader. Again, having continuous routines, that means monotonously reading the same book, same article, same newspaper will bring monotony, okay, and it will not improve our reading habit. So it is also not a good habit. Also, disagreeing with the author always is not a good habit, because then what happens? You won't be able to understand what the author is trying to say, okay? So according to the author, to be a good reader, you have to have a quality of being objective to the ideas of the author. And what is the meaning of being objective? Being unbiased. That means your thoughts should not get influenced by the ideas of the author, right? It should be objective to the author's ideas. So here there your answer should be option A. And then again, coming to the last question of this passage of the comprehension section of CDS 1 2020 English paper itself, which word in the passage means viewpoints? This is easy. Preconceptions, predispositions, pattern or perspectives. Now without looking back into the passage, we can say preconceptions is not the synonym or the meaning of viewpoints. Predispositions also is not the meaning of viewpoints, because predispositions means biases or preferences. Pattern is not related to viewpoints. Viewpoints means perspectives. Okay. So then your answer here is option D. So you see, just by applying the shortcut tricks that I just showed you here, how quickly we are being able to solve the two passages and its questions. Now in CDS paper, what happens, more than two passages come, usually at least 5 passages come. But this time in CDS 1 2020, only 5 questions came from each passage, and that too 2 passages were given, 10 questions in total. Right? But the passages, the difficulty level of the passages is quite of an advanced level. Therefore, you should have a very advanced kind of reading habit and comprehensive ability to solve the questions. But if you are following the shortcut tricks like what I've showed you here, or if you have been practicing the questions from comprehension enough, then you can be able to solve the questions easily, quickly and correctly from the comprehension section of CDS 1 2020 English question paper. Now, you can get all the detailed explanations and question solving methods, strategies, shortcuts, tips and tricks, and thorough lectures and practice papers on this particular topic of comprehension on the points discussed in this section on comprehension for your better understanding in my content lectures. So if you have not subscribed to the courses yet in our website, then hurry up and you can go to SSBCrackExams.com website and you can just go through the courses that we offer, and then you can buy those courses with limited period offers and attractive discounts. So what are you waiting for? Just hurry up, fly high, achieve your dreams, serve your nation and make your country proud. Jai Hind.